Well, good Thursday evening, everybody. Live at DraftKings at Casino for this Thursday night. Jerome Bettis jersey. This one is about Dantzler, is what it is. If any of you guys might not remember.
I remember. It was the quarterback. I thought he was zero, but I didn't remember.
Yeah,
I thought that was a Travis Etienne from Clemson jersey.
No, he's 9. He's number 9. Yeah, he's 9. The old Woody Dantzler jersey. So yeah.
But, you got a Franco Harris jersey?
No, Jerome Bettis.
No, it's
I understand who that is. I'm just asking him if he is a Franco Harris.
I got probably 25 different jerseys from like 25 different teams.
Oh, okay, different teams.
Yeah, I got.
All right.
My favorite one's probably my Calvin Johnson jersey, but
boy, did he bring some nightmares to Death Valley and Clemson fans across the world one night.
All the better reason to like Calvin Johnson.
Oh, he brought some nightmares to us.
Yeah, they ran the triple option when Calvin Johnson was there. That's how good he was.
Calvin Johnson and Demaryius Thomas. Yep. We had Georgia Tech beat it one night, and all we had to do was snap the ball and kick it, David. We're up by 4 with 10 seconds left.
That sounds familiar, the game we went to.
No.
All they do is snap and kick it.
Well, not it then. We actually make a kick at the Florida State game. 10 seconds left. We're up 4, and we have the David. That's it. What do we do? We snap the punter's head.
Rob, I think we're frozen a little bit.
So when we snap it over the punter's head, now Georgia Tech has the ball. They come out, fade to Calvin in the corner. He jumps over Ty Hill and catches it.
Ty Hill, NFL first-round pick Rams.
Yeah, for some reason. We're still puzzled on how the Rams drafted him.
No, the Rams drafted horribly through the whole 2000s.
Yeah, that was everybody in the upstate of South Carolina was saying, hey, why are they drafting Ty Hill with a first-round pick? That's a joke. But, yeah, it was. Yeah, Ty Hill.
It wasn't even their worst first-round pick.
Ty Hill.
Little sick this Sunday, John. We both are. We both hit lost.
We've hit we've been one off on so many weeks. I can't remember which one, David. I've been one off Johnny. That's what they're going to start calling me, one off Johnny. I'm one off on everything.
I was a half a point off 1,600 Sunday. That was gross.
On Seattle.
Yeah. That was gross.
I was one off of about 800 to 900 last night. I had Sam Houston State money line last night.
We okay?
I don't.
Okay.
I had the other. I had that game the other way. I had
What'd
points.
you have?
I took the points. I had the dog in that game.
Well, you were going to cover even if we didn't. So
the ending of that was pretty gross for him.
4th and 18.
Quarterback took off for a 27-yard run.
Yeah, there's no excuse for that. How do they not contain him?
Unbelievable.
Especially the fact that he really couldn't throw the football.
Yeah.
How do you not contain him? There's no excuse for that.
Unbelievable.
We've seen a lot of that already this year.
Sam Houston State 0-6, and they were the favorite.
That's why they were 0-6.
0-6, and they were the favorite last.
And now they're 0-7.
Yeah, it's Sam Houston State money line to close one out, and the under. I had the under on some of them, and I had money line on.
Well, I will tell you, like for tonight, I took a Jacksonville money line over parlay. The Saints,
like the over in that
I do like the over.
I'm a little nervous. New Orleans can't score enough points to get over.
What is the over?
41.
41.
Went to 41.
That is
I like Jacksonville to win the game.
This is, excuse me. This is a game where it looks like both teams' strengths match up very well with both teams' weaknesses. So, Jacksonville is very susceptible to giving up the big play through the air. It's the one thing the Saints do well. They give up the big play through the air. And as far as Jacksonville goes, they've got 2 pretty solid receivers. I believe that Marcus Lattimore will be covering Calvin Ridley most of the game. So I took Christian Kirk. I have his props over.
What is it? What is his receiving yards over?
50 and a half for Kirk.
Yeah.
So I took Christian Kirk's receiving over. I took Chris Olave to score the first touchdown in the game. I played the under in the rushing yards for Travis Etienne in this game. was 61.5.
Under?
Yes, the
Wow.
Saints stop the run. It's the one thing they do well. They really stuff the run, and I think I mean the one thing that scares me a little bit about that is with Trevor Lawrence being banged up. Now he's going. I'm afraid they may try to run it more, but I think the Saints. I believe there'll be some big plays on play action passes in this game. I will tell you, I'm sitting Trevor Lawrence in fantasy for Sam Howell, but you're like, generally, how would you do that? But yeah, if Lawrence takes a shot to that knee, maybe they just take him out of the game. There's no point. They play at Pittsburgh next week, and then they have a bye week. There's no point in endangering him for the rest of the season. They're in the worst division in the NFL. They don't really have to press. This is not a must-win game for Jacksonville. So
Yeah.
I will also tell you, I tend to love overs indoors. The game's indoors. It's a very fast track in New Orleans. I know the Saints have gone under in all 6 games this year. So, I mean, the Saints also missing their 2 offensive tackles. So I suspect what the Saints will be doing is running max protect a lot in this game, and looking for Olave and Michael Thomas and Rashid Shaheed down the field where they have big advantages.
Can you
So-
put a captain mode in for me for DraftKings
Sure.
tonight? Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I like these captain mode ones. You ever play them, John? You got to pay times and a half for the salary for the captain, and if you don't have the right captain, you're not winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to find.
True.
You got to find there.
A lot of NFL teams on buys this week.
Yeah, I'm waiting for your kid Ross to take off.
They got to start playing.
They throw it to him, he catches it. That's it.
He hasn't had much playing time.
I understand, but one of these days he's going to have a breakout game, and he's
Yeah,
going to be.
Maybe
excuse
there's
me,
something
and he's gonna
still
be-
wrong with
and he's
his
gonna be-
neck that they
well-
don't know, that we don't know about.
Excuse me, he's going to be $1,200 on DraftKings. He's going to be cheap, and he's going to go off for like 2 or 3 touchdowns
Yep.
and just go crazy. I'm going to put him in a small one every single week just in case that happens for like a
He was an
dollar or two.
incredible star when 44-16 happened. He was an incredible star that game.
Yeah.
He had made plays all over the place.
He can't be that hurt if they're using him. He can't be that hurt. They don't need him that bad. Well, anyway,
Yeah,
one
I
of these
don't, I
times
don't understand it.
he's going to go off. He's going to be a nothing price, right?
He's
You're going
always
to
another-
have a one-time shot at him.
Justin Ross.
Justin Ross. You're going to have a one-time shot at him. That's going to happen.
Dallas on a bye after their big win against the Chargers.
Yeah, that
Carol-
game was gross. That game should have gone way over.
Yeah, they scored real quick and shut it down.
Yeah, shut it down. I mean, 4 times in the red zone, twice 4th and goal.
Yep.
And they both got stopped. Both teams got stopped. It was terrible. No points. I had the over, obviously, if you couldn't tell. I love the over in that game.
The woeful Carolina Panthers on a bye.
Yeah. Well,
Tennessee Titans on a bye, and the surprising Houston Texans on a bye.
yeah, they're not bad, right?
A lot better than we thought they'd be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Panthers.
I think somebody
may have-
mentioned that, though, before the season started. Nobody wanted to believe me, but that's okay. We all point out when we're right. I forget about when I'm wrong.
But
Well,
No,
the one thing I was right about, the New York Giants suck.
You were right
Yes.
about that. And how did my Detroit Lions look? Look good.
Yeah.
I will tell you, Baltimore's a great bet this week.
Who they playing?
They play Detroit.
Ah,
David
Yes.
Montgomery almost certainly out. Jameer Gibbs banged up. Detroit generally does not go out and play very well in road games on grass.
what's the spread?
Baltimore's 3.
Okay.
Everything in this game just screams take Baltimore.
Okay.
This,
Well, I
this-
don't-
this
I don't
is
expect-
this is just a spot where the Lions they're just unlucky in this spot. I believe. It just I mean Detroit's strong. They're good, but everything is just lining up for Baltimore in this game with Detroit's injuries. Detroit's also missing their starting corner. I haven't finished.
No, I know.
Detroit's missing their safety who would be covering Andrews. expect Mark Andrews to have a big game for Baltimore if you're looking for a player prop on Sunday. I think just everything's lining up in this game for Baltimore to win this game rather comfortably.
That's got to be an afternoon game, right?
I'm not sure. Bless you. I'm not sure about that.
Well, we'll figure it out. John, we spent all day Sunday here in the sports book. Had some good
Yeah.
food.
Yep.
What a great crowd here at DraftKings at Casino Queen. What a bunch of fun, right?
Yeah, 30-some kiosks they got in there.
Yeah.
A big menu.
How many times did I go to the kiosk seeing if they'd make me an offer on that ticket?
Oh, he was trying to cash out.
A different ticket.
See if they'd cash him out on a ticket.
Yeah.
Never got an offer.
Never got an offer. I should have got an offer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No rhyme or reason. It's just,
Yeah. What a crazy day. I ended up winning a little bit for the day. I ended up winning about $70 for the day. Could have been huge, right? I did hit a small 4-teamer for about $217, but ended up winning $70 for the day. It was a good day. It was a lot of fun, a lot of good food. This place was packed.
yeah, it's football brings them in, David.
Yeah.
Brings them in.
Thank you.
It's a great place. Pizza is what I get all the time.
You got Olave as
Love
my
the pizza.
as my captain. I like it. Okay. Did you already submit it?
No, I did not.
All right.
I turned it. I gave it to you before you did anything.
All right.
So you got some fantasy action tonight.
Yeah,
I got you a ticket in. What did I get? What did I put on your ticket?
It might already be in the trash. I put it in my wallet, John.
Well, let's get it out.
There you go.
We got action tonight.
We got action tonight. And
We got
Damien,
three.
Damien, we got first time.
Dave and I played Olave and Kirk for each team. We always pick a player for each team to score the first touchdown in this game.
The good news is I can go the rest of the season, and I'm winner on first touchdown.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Established that weeks ago.
I
I
like it.
I hit one good Sunday. I had Kyle Pitts for Atlanta in the Atlanta-Washington game. He paid plus 1,500.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Woo!
So
Yeah,
I
you gotta
had-
send me that stuff. I was here.
I took 3 of them on Sunday. I had a chance at all 3. I had Deontay Foreman got a carry inside at the goal line and got stuffed. I had him.
That's gross.
And I don't remember the other one, but I had a shot with the other one. They threw the ball to him in the end zone, and it was another long shot that I'd take, and they threw the ball to him in the end zone and went through his hands. So
That's so gross.
yeah, it was. I had a decent chance to have a good day with that.
Well, it sounds like you had a good day anyway.
So I had Calvin Ridley against Indy, and they threw the ball, and he got one. So I had a shot with all 3 of my players on that on Sunday.
Don, what do you get?
Your ticket. So there's 3 games tonight, David. Jacksonville and the NFL game. Jacksonville and New Orleans down in the dump of Bourbon Street. And we got JMU, James Madison and Marshall. JMU, the Dukes undefeated, David. 6-0. Undefeated. The Dukes. So 6-0. One of the best rush defenses in the country. Playing Marshall. Going into Huntington, West Virginia.
I actually have Marshall in that game.
You like the herd, huh?
Yeah,
The undefeated Dukes come to an end tonight, huh?
I'm getting 3.5.
4.5,
I believe
3.5.
I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
It was either 3. I think it was 3.5.
Ooh, big play here. This game just started, and the first punt of the game, we're seeing if the JMU
James
receiver
no, he did not.
touched it.
He didn't.
He didn't touch
Evidently, he
it.
didn't touch it. So
All right.
James Madison will have the ball.
JMU ball here. James Madison cannot, if they go undefeated, David, they cannot play for a bowl game, and they cannot play for their conference
Why
championship
not?
game in the Sun Belt
Why not?
because it's their second year moving up from Division I AA.
Take third has to be 3 years for
called the
Oh
FCS.
my God,
You
that's
have to wait till
gross.
your third year to be able to compete in the postseason.
That's gross.
right now the highest ranking group of 5 teams, which is the non-major schools that would go into, the big champ. Right now it's Air Force, but Air Force lost their quarterback last week, so that's kind of a big blow to that team.
Yep, they're playing Navy in the Commanders game. this weekend. So
Yeah,
Air
it's
Force
fir-
at
first game of the round robin for the Commanders
34.5
trophy.
low total on that. Air Force Falcons and the Naval Academy. The midship.
Those games are usually very low scoring and very hard fought. They're usually one score games. Doesn't matter how good one team is and how bad the other is.
Yep.
It's usually a 13-10 kind of game. And
But-
I'll tell you the one. What Minnesota and Iowa was it?
Oh, did you see the
that total's like
line?
29.5 or something? I think.
Yeah,
I
I
saw.
see 31. Unreal. I don't know how
I've
they've taken
I've-
Iowa under this week.
I've never seen a total that low.
I don't
in a
think I've ever
college
seen
game.
a total that low either. So if they're going to do an alternate total, Damien, are they going to put it at 21? I guess.
Oh boy, it's a good question. Yeah, I
How
never.
low can you go on that alternate?
Yeah,
21.
I doubt they'll go that low.
Wow.
Might get 24.5 maybe.
Yeah.
As one. But, yeah, that one's not. I imagine everybody and their brother will bet the over in that game because everybody they'll be like, oh, 17-14, they can do that.
Yeah. David's ticket we put in was
I'm doing another fantasy lineup.
well, you do as your heart desires.
I'm
David.
actually going to use Damien's ticket on a
Okay.
$20 buy-in.
Oh, brother.
Sounds good. Sounds fair. Sign.
I know. I want to gamble a little bit, Damien.
Rice plus 13.5. The Owls.
That's an alternate
The
line.
University of Starches plus 13.5. Over 45.5. And then JMU, James Madison as a pick'em, under 54.5. And then the Jaguars, over 17.5 team points for the game. Each team to score 12.5 first half. No, for the game. I'm sorry. For the game, over 12.5 each team. And then the Jaguars over 8.5 first half. So that's Thursday sweat for David.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. How we starting off?
JMU and the unders, what we got.
How
on
we
this
start?
first
How we
game.
starting
Well,
off, John?
It's 4 minutes in.
Just
no
in.
score.
Just in here. JMU moving the ball here. The Dukes. It's cool to see a team like JMU move up from a lower division and dominate the Sun Belt when they
success.
get in. There's a lot of schools like that in that little area, that Virginia, Pennsylvania, North Carolina area. You got East Carolina and Greenville, North Carolina. You got, of course, Liberty, JMU, Old Dominion, and it's always fun when they take on the Virginia schools. They play Virginia, play Virginia Tech, and try to beat the bigger schools. But the Sun Belt's always fun. I like how they're putting these games on Wednesdays and Thursday nights.
Give themselves some national exposure.
Exactly. And Conference USA getting on Tuesdays. I like it. Gives them some exposure. I mean, not many people are going to watch New Mexico UTEP on a Saturday, Damien. But you know how many people watch New Mexico UTEP on a Tuesday or Wednesday? This guy did.
I did not.
That's for sure.
Even I draw the line at New Mexico State and UTEP.
Nope, I couldn't do it.
I drew the line.
I hammered New Mexico State last night.
There's a line
and
in
came
the
home in
sand.
the winner's circle. Had to do it. The cool thing about the Sun Bowl, you ever seen that stadium though? It sits on the U.S.-Mexico border. So when you're sitting in the Sun Bowl, you're looking outside the stadium and you're like, oh, there's Mexico. There's the Mexican border. It's right there. Pretty cool.
You can watch the people cross.
Yeah. You watch the border crossings from the Sun Bowl, David. Did you know that?
Yeah, you told me that
You
earlier.
can watch the border crossing.
I understand.
That was pretty good, David. I like it. But yeah, what a great
Is this
week
your lineup?
7.
We're gonna import it. Ready?
What a
This
great
is-
week
This
7
is
we
a
had.
$1 million ticket, Damien.
Okay.
There'll be something for you.
Oh, thanks.
There we are. We're in.
I'll
We're-
get a sandwich from work. This will
No.
He'll go a whole $7 for me.
I had Damien put in a $1 lineup. I
Yeah.
couldn't stand it. I had to deposit and do the $20 one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Right? Well,
Do as you please. my
I
man.
know.
There
I
you
just
go.
did. That's
Some
it. We're
fantasy
gambling.
sweats. We had a great week 7. It was
You
started
want
by
half
a
of it?
shocker.
You want half of it?
I don't know how do they pay it? Do they pay like a certain percentage of people or
Yeah, it's. Have you never played one?
no?
Okay, so if I cash anything, you just get half back. I don't know.
All right, fine.
First
I'll
place
go
is
with
like $1 million.
Oh.
You want half?
Sure. All right.
I owe you 20.
You owe me 10
I
now.
owe you 10 now. All right, you're in.
Sweet.
I like it.
All right, we're selling off
It's your
fantasy
lineup.
lineups.
You got to have a piece of your own lineup.
That's exactly why
So,
I did it.
a lot-
I have to have a piece
But
of my
you know,
own
Olave
lineup.
gets 1.5 times the points on everything. You understand
Yeah.
how it works, right? So we're gonna go to the lineup. There we go. Here we are. Let's make sure it's what you want.
Yeah.
That's what you want, right?
Yeah, I might be the only person in America who does not have a running back in the lineup in those two.
Okay.
I do
Hey,
not. I
but
do
that's
not
how
have
you,
I do
Damian.
not have a Kamara, and I don't have ATN.
That's how you win them. You got to be different. You got to be different, and you got to get. I mean, just right.
Yeah.
Or you can have
It-
most of the favorites.
we're-
and have
we're
one or two
real-
players.
Yeah.
We're really hoping for a high-scoring game here.
Well, right,
Where
and
the-
Olave.
Where the
We need Olave.
where the receivers.
Everybody in fantasy world
Sounds like a
hopes for
sweetener.
high-scoring game.
Olave. We need Olave.
Yeah.
It sounds like what? One of those fake sweeteners.
Where'd
True.
Olave go to school, David? Come on. Chris Olave.
It's got to be Clemson.
Oh, shit.
That's gonna be my only answer
For
forever.
everything.
For everything. I'm going to
it-
be right half the time.
It wasn't Clemson.
No, but I got to be right half the time. Every
True.
time you ask me that. Where? Sunbelt?
Oh, he went to Ohio
No,
State.
he went to Ohio State.
The
Yeah.
Ohio State University.
They don't want anything
That's
to
what-
do with
him-
Clemson.
Him and Michael Thomas.
Clemson don't want anything to do
Well,
with them.
tonight we do.
Well,
We need him to go off.
Clemson.
Yes, I do need him to go off.
What a great week 7 we had.
I even have Olave going in one of my fantasy leagues for big money. So we're really Olave fans.
Tonight we are.
Mhm.
What number is he?
Good luck.
12, I believe,
12?
if I remember right.
No.
You're
Trevor.
Pressing my luck.
Trevor
on that
to
one.
Olave.
Trevor
No.
to-
The other one. Derek
Derek
Carr.
Carr.
Derek Carr to
Olave.
Olave.
We're cheering for Trevor to Christian Kirk though too. So
Yeah. But Olave going off for like 3 touchdowns, 150 yards would be good.
Good luck with that.
No, I'm just
Oh.
a guy can dream, John.
Yeah, it is a dream.
A guy can dream.
Yeah.
Just like my ticket for Clemson to win the national championship. A guy can dream.
I already burned that.
Burn my
gone.
ticket.
I burned that tick, the one I had, where I had
Oh.
Clemson going to the Final Four.
We're not
Already-
getting into that
already
argument again
torched.
today this week.
I lit it up and just watched it burn.
Well, Louisville lost
did-
Saturday.
I did.
Yes.
I had that.
What
one
about
right.
Duke? They
I,
were
now,
by.
I did say that I did keep the Clemson to win the ACC because I think that is still possible.
So they make the Final Four. They win the ACC.
That is not possible.
They can win the ACC.
They can still win the ACC.
So if they do that, then I can start hedging my bet.
They won't.
He thinks there's a world where they win the ACC.
Okay, we're not getting into this again. We're not spending 15 minutes on this
Yeah.
again. As
15
highly
minutes isn't
entertaining as
enough.
it was last week.
15 minutes isn't enough.
Well,
So he thinks there's a world where they win the ACC and don't make the playoff.
Well, you're going to see Penn State beat Ohio State this weekend in the Horseshoe.
Okay.
I have a feeling Penn State, Ohio State, and Michigan will round robin beat each other. I think Michigan will beat Penn State in Michigan, and I think Ohio State will beat Michigan. Just the way those teams are matching up. I have a feeling all three of those teams will be one-loss teams. There'll be some sort of weird tiebreaker, and one of the other two of the Big Ten East teams will make the Final Four.
well, I like the. How about Mizzou this weekend?
Yeah, I'm not happy about that.
Why?
That was a big money coster for me.
Yeah,
And
Mr.
I'll tell you
Mr.
what,
Kentucky blows.
Kentucky,
Mizzou out.
I thought it looked good for a quarter, and then that great play call by. I got to give Drinkowitz a lot of credit. That was an incredible play call against a defense that was prepared for the fake. It's 14-0. Mizzou's going nowhere in that game. Kentucky's got all the momentum, and that punter threw about as picture perfect a pass as you'll ever see. 45-yard bomb, where
Yeah.
the Mizzou receiver just jumps over the top of the Kentucky defensive back, walks in the end zone, and I was like, I saw that play, and there was nothing but expletives coming from my mouth, and I knew right then I was in a lot of trouble.
Oh.
Yeah, Devin Leary. I
You
got
cannot-
no confidence in Devin Leary.
you see a play like that against a team that was prepared for it and still gave it up. I mean, Mizzou's sideline all the air went out of the stadium, all the air went out of Kentucky, and Mizzou just ran them over from that point. It was
Yeah.
just you got to give the coach won that game. You know, they say, yeah, what a coach. The coach won that game with that call, and the punter. What an incredible throw! He should be the backup quarterback if he's not. I mean, what an incredible throw that was.
Yeah. Luther Burden's headlining a great group of receivers. Yep, we've seen that one coming from week one. I thought Luther was the real deal. He is. Great group of receivers at Mizzou. Week 7 started with a great Friday night shocker. You see what happened Friday night?
Oh, the call.
I was
In Boulder, Colorado.
yes.
29-0.
That was ugly.
Shador was selling watches at the half.
So
They woke up to a loser the next morning.
how gross to have Colorado minus 13 at halftime. You're cashing your ticket. 13-point
Yeah,
dogs.
it's gross.
Can't
Yeah.
do anything.
Yeah.
That's gross. That's gross.
Yeah.
That's
It's
pretty
just
sick.
terrible.
I'd hate to be on the team after that.
Yeah, I mean, you blow that lead against an awful Stanford team. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Stanford is bad. I mean, really bad. But it's two bad teams, really.
What'd you think about that game?
Got to admit, I kind of enjoyed watching Colorado blow it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think most
You-
of them did.
Colorado probably doesn't win another game this year.
Wow.
Their schedule after they're on bye this week. Their schedule after the bye, brutal.
Yeah, they're thin up front. I mean, they've been able to make some plays with Travis Hunter. He's a real deal, and Shador making some plays, and a little running back transfer from Notre Dame. Another receiver that they've got is good. So Colorado's been able to make some plays with skill position transfers, but they're just so thin up front. I mean, just paper thin.
And they're
So-
good, and they're playing nothing but quality opposition from here on out. They play
Yeah.
Utah, they play Washington State, they play Washington, they play Oregon. No, not Oregon. Oregon State and
Yeah, they go to UCLA on the 28th of
UCLA.
October. They got Oregon State after that. They got a much improving Arizona team. The Wildcats, much improving.
yeah, Arizona went to Washington State and laid an ass whipping.
Yeah.
And they gave Washington a fight.
Arizona is a USC a fight too, overtime.
Well, that's not much to brag about after
Well,
watching
yeah,
USC
but it is
get,
Arizona though. We're talking.
after watching USC get
I
rolled by
understand
Notre
USC's
Dame.
madly overrated, but it is Arizona. I mean, you got to give them credit for playing much better. So Arizona coming to Colorado, Colorado going to Washington State, Colorado ending the year at Rice Eccles in Utah. They're not winning that game. So yeah, it's a tough road to sled for the Buffaloes after blowing that game Friday night. Georgia looked a little pedestrian on the road in Nashville against Vandy. And big news out of Athens, David.
I'm ready.
They lost Brock Bowers for 6 weeks, who's probably going to be the second, third pick in the draft. Brock Bowers, the All-American tight end, do everything player for the Georgia Bulldogs. So the Dogs lose Brock Bowers. They look pedestrian against Vandy. I had Vandy plus 31. Covered that, no problem. Michigan just lays it on Indiana. No surprise there. Ohio State looked impressive against Purdue. Florida State laying it on Syracuse. Syracuse is in a world of hurt. Really bad. They got banged up with injuries this year at wide receiver and running back. Arkansas coming back against Bama.
That was stunning.
Yeah, 24-6 most of the game, and
I
Arkansas
had
scores
Arkansas.
2 touchdowns.
I had Arkansas plus the points, but I also had
I
the
did too.
over.
What was the money line
Game
on
went
that
under
game?
by half a point.
Remember the-
Probably 12 to 1 or something.
Really?
12,
That
14 to
high?
1. Yeah, 20
Wow.
point favorite.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
they were. I got them. I had a 19 and a half. I'm sweating it at halftime. I'm like, oh great. I'm just
And-
hoping Arkansas scores another touchdown so I don't lose both bets. And Arkansas, they get 24-21 with 12 minutes left.
Yeah,
I'm sitting here hoping just for any more points.
yeah. And Bama just trying to hold on there, and they did. But a little surprise there. I mean, you know, Bama at home. Arkansas can make some plays with KJ Jefferson. Their offensive line is just terrible. KJ Jefferson's been running for his life the whole year. Rutgers having to hang on against Michigan State.
Oh,
They came back.
Michigan State had
State was
a
up
big
24.
lead.
Yeah, they were 24-3 or 24-6 or something. And Rutgers came back to win that game in a shocking comeback there. A game that I liked, Iowa State plus 5.5 against Cincinnati. Cincinnati is not very good this year. Scott Satterfield coming from Louisville, going to Cincinnati.
They're
It's not
offensively
working out.
challenged, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's not working out. Cincinnati's quarterback is the old Florida quarterback before Anthony Richardson was at Florida, Emory Jones. So he is not very good. So I liked Iowa State last week. I like the under. I'm going to like under in Cincinnati in most games they play this year. Utah taking care of business against Cal. The game of the week, probably. And it was a very entertaining game, Oregon and Washington. Very entertaining game. Washington scores a late touchdown to win it. Michael Penix, Heisman's stock went way up. He's the front runner for the Heisman now.
Wonder what he was before the season started.
Probably 10 to 15.
You could have got
1.
huge odds on him.
Let's see here. Penix,
I'm curious though.
Heisman, preseason.
I'm guessing he would have been closer to 50 to 1.
Yeah, wow. Now he's minus 145.
Wow.
I'm going to say 15 to 1. Let me look here, though.
I like a couple games in the NFL this weekend.
Preseason.
Yeah, there's a couple I really like too.
Yeah. I can't wait to hear what you like.
Baltimore for 1.
Oh, I know that.
14 to 1 for Michael Penix preseason.
That's it?
Yeah, not a surprise. He's coming off a year where he threw 4,600 yards. So, yeah, not a surprise there. Tennessee takes care of business against Jimbo, or as I call him, Dumbo Fisher. He's waiting on a buyout. Jimbo's waiting on a buyout. That's all.
What was that line that we listened to in your car once about a coach that they tell him to leave, and he said, "Come on, you know what I'm talking about. They're paying him all this money, and they say you're done."
Waiting on a buyout.
No, I understand, but what was the line that on?
Oh, you're talking about LSU's coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
This
the
is
greatest
fantastic.
line.
You got to
yeah.
hear to love this.
When he
Dan.
says,
Who was it? What's his name?
oh God, Orgeron, Ed
yeah,
Orgeron.
yeah. This
Yeah,
guy's
Coach O.
hilarious.
I mean, he was kind of a crazy coach. Nothing he does is long term, but he's very passionate. Loves LSU. You know, he beat Clemson in that 2019 championship game, unfortunately, but he's leaving LSU. They fall apart.
You'll love this, Damien.
Their whole, he probably already knows it. Yeah.
Yeah,
So their whole-
they absolutely crushed everybody on their way to the national championship the year, with Joe Burrow.
Yeah, and then their program goes to crap the next year. They don't even win 6 games, I don't believe. So they fire Orgeron, and he says they bring him into the office. Orgeron tells the story. All right, coach, you got $17 million left on your contract, and we're going to pay it to you. We're not going to bring you back. He says, "Oh, you're going to pay me the $17 million? All right. Well, when do you want me to leave? And what door do you want me to go out of?"
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
When I heard that for the first time,
Yeah.
I couldn't stop laughing
Yeah.
for it. Literally,
When do you
it was
want me
a
to
long
leave? And
time.
what door do you want
Yeah.
me to go out of?
Because
He said some coaches' lifespans are 4 years, 3 years, some just 30 years. Mine was 6. I'm all right with that.
yeah,
He's just, he's that Orgeron. He's just different.
very funny.
Yeah. Or as, LSU irritated me that year, of course, so I called him Gravel Voice. Talked like he got a bunch of rocks in his mouth. Yeah, Gravel Voice. So, but yeah, that was.
Let's take a break.
That was Ed Orgeron.
Let's take a break.
All right.
Yeah, sounds good, guys. Let's take a quick break here, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Hey guys, welcome back to DraftKings at Casino Queen on this Thursday, October the 19th, week 7 of college football. Got
No
3 games
mention of
tonight.
NFL. No mention of NFL.
Yeah, week 7 of college football. Week what of NFL? 7? 6? No,
Got
6.
6.
No.
No, this is week 7 of the NFL.
Is it 7
Yeah.
already?
So
This
week
is
8
like
of
week
college
8 of
football.
college.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
My Detroit Lions are 5-1.
Yeah, Detroit's going to win the division. You're fine. He's
Um,
got this futures bet on Detroit to win the division he's worrying about.
I'm always
It's
worried
fine.
about it. It's not official.
It's fine. Detroit's
They
gonna
look
win the
good.
division.
They look good.
I'll put it this way: I'm not sweating the Giants under.
No, you don't have to sweat the Giants under.
I'm not sweating that.
That's funny.
I could probably go get most of my money for that right now. They'd probably be happy to save $50 on it if I wanted to see what they'd offer me to buy it out right
Oh
now.
yeah, that'd be interesting. You'll have to bring it, scan it one time, see what they'd offer you. I'd just be interested to see what they'd offer you, if they'd offer you anything. Sometimes they don't. No rhyme or reason, just it's a random thing. So. But yeah, we got about 30 minutes till kickoff in the Jacksonville New Orleans game down on Bourbon Street, and both college football games are underway with JMU and Marshall scoreless with 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Marshall going for it on a 4th and 1 at their own 40.
And they barely
And they
get
barely got it. I guess they gave it to him. He might not have had it, but it was one of those plays where the ball carrier just dives in the pile, and once the pile happens, you don't know where anything's at.
That's the truth. That's exactly what happened.
So it was one of those plays. So Marshall driving near midfield now. And let's check on JT Daniels and the Rice Owls. They are up 14-0. And we got Rice on the ticket, David. Plus 13 points.
Plus 13 points.
I like JT Daniels in that one tonight. I like the Starches. Like the University of Starches. 14-0. Rice. You can probably get a good live overline if you want it on Marshall JMU. 37.5. The real line was 48.5. Was the starting line. Live line 37.5 right now with JMU and Marshall. Yeah, let's get into this week 8 a little bit. Let's see what games we got here start tomorrow. We've only got the lone blowout, SMU and Temple. Temple's god-awful. SMU minus 21. That's just a terrible game on a Friday night. But, yeah, to start the Saturday slate off, we're going to go to Columbus, Ohio. The Nittany Lions.
Are you ready to
coming
give
into town.
your picks yet?
Huh?
You ready to give your picks yet?
We'll give some picks.
We'll go as we go. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Penn State is one of my picks.
as we go.
But give me the line.
Plus 5.5.
Damian likes the Nittany Lions, huh?
Yep.
Not much faith in the Buckeyes to cover. Okay.
No, I like
I'm
Penn State to
staying
win.
away from it.
I like Penn State to win the game outright.
What's the money line?
I'm not not
plus
giving a
180
pick
kinda.
on that. I'm just saying I like them to win the game. I'm
Yeah.
taking the
Just
5.5.
lock up the 5.5. We're locking up the 5.5.
But
Taking that to the lock city.
I'm moving lines a little further now after what happened to me the last
I
few
don't know
weeks.
why you hadn't. You should have Sunday.
I did move it. I just
Half
did-
a point don't
no,
matter.
I moved it a whole point.
No, it doesn't matter. You got to move it like 4 and 5.
Well, my theory was that, plus 3.5, if they cover a field goal, I still win the. What do you need, Russ?
Astros or Rangers tonight, says Scott. Well, I like the Astros last night to not go down 3-0.
I don't think that was the question, though.
Yeah.
I'm not getting the chat on my over here.
I kind of like one
Hey,
play.
it reminds me of the iPad, Russell.
I kind of like one play in that Astros Rangers game.
John hit the
I like
table
the
so hard with his fist, the iPad went a flying, and there went $400 on a new screen for Russell's iPad.
I didn't even know about it.
Yeah. Well, we didn't have the heart to tell you for a few months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks.
But yeah, push on.
yeah, yeah. Push on.
That iPad is distant memory.
No, it's fixed. You're just not allowed around it anymore.
It's safely away
It's-
from you.
I'm gonna ride with the over 9.5 on Astros.
What was the question?
Astros or Rangers?
I'm not,
Going with one play.
Russ. I'm not getting the chat over here. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here.
I don't know, David. You're lost.
Well,
But
be that as it may.
Yeah, be it as it may, it is what it is. So that's one play I like, Scott. Just staying with the over on that. So Damien's locking up the Nittany Lions, though, huh?
I am.
All right,
Very
I'm staying
much.
away from it.
Damien, where's your energy tonight?
Staying away.
You're flat.
Yep, I'm flat.
You're a little flat tonight.
A lot flat tonight, actually.
Are you okay? You feeling well?
Eh,
Would a first down touchdown get you going again?
no.
No, really.
First touch.
A first touchdown.
Oh,
First,
y'all got two players on
we,
that.
we do. We do.
Let's go to Norman, Oklahoma. Gus Malzahn moving into Norman. This is going to be an interesting game. 17.5.
Are you taking it?
UCF plus 17.5.
Is that on the books?
Huh?
Is that on the books?
No, I'll tell you.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
excuse me. My apologies.
I'll let you know if I'm going to lock it up.
All right.
Oklahoma is coming off their bye week.
Oklahoma coming off the bye. It's an interesting game. 17.5 is a lot of points. UCF and John Rice Plumlee is going to put up some points on that Oklahoma defense. Although I love my man Brent Venables. I'm a little partial to Brent Venables. He had a defense or two when he was in Death Valley. When he was in Clemson, South Carolina. I'm going to stay away from this. I'm going to lean with the points. I'm going to lean UCF plus those points. Not going to lock it up. You like anything in that one, Damien?
No.
Nope.
Mr. Personality
I'm
this
going to stay
evening.
away too. I'm going to stay away too.
It's a lot. If Oklahoma would have played last week, I would agree with him. I would take the points in that game. Oklahoma's coming off of a bye. I mean, they had 2 weeks to rest and prepare for this game. It's also not a game where you're like, it's not like Texas. Oklahoma could come out semi-flat, but at least they're at home. I would stay away from that.
So we're going to find out a little bit more about that Brent Venables defense, though. If he can hold this UCF team to under 20 points, then we're going to start talking playoff with the Oklahoma Sooners.
Hey, David, where can I find Bill Belichick slamming his Microsoft tablet? He says David Sanders is comparing you banging the table and ruining the iPad to Bill Belichick slamming his Microsoft tablet.
Oh.
When was that, David? Where can we find that?
I remember him doing it, but I don't. He got mad on the sideline during a game and just slammed down right at the end of the game. Just slammed.
Yeah.
One of his players did something. I think
Wow.
I think it was Mac Jones did something stupid. And he just slammed down.
Russell. Wow, Russell. That's funny. Very good. He doesn't say shit for 2 hours, and there it is.
My favorite coaching antics is Saban slamming down the visor.
Oh, he said last week.
Nick Saban.
He said last week. We can Google it. I'm going to Google it. Oh, that's not coming.
Oh, we got it in the trunk.
Yeah. Say it's sitting right next to mine.
Yeah.
I had to go to Clemson to get a T-shirt.
It's right next to mine too that I haven't gotten yet.
Yeah.
You didn't get yours?
Yeah, it's in the trunk.
He did buy you one.
Oh, I don't have it.
Yeah, it's in the trunk.
I know. I watched him buy you one. Just to say.
Where were we at? What is going on?
I'm gonna take another. I'm gonna take Navy in the 10.5 in the Commander Series.
Really?
Air Force is the better team. This is Air Force lost their quarterback last week.
Yeah, I mean,
and these games are always close and low scoring. 34.5 for the total. So they're basically telling you they think this is a 21-10 kind of game is what they're basically telling you. So
you locking it up?
Yeah, I'm taking
Lock
Navy.
it up,
I'm taking
David.
Navy in the 10.5.
What, Navy 10.5?
Yep.
Okay, got it.
Take Navy plus 10.5.
I'm trying to look up
Lock
this
it
Bill
up.
Belichick thing.
All right. I'd lean towards Navy. I'm going to leave that one alone, though. I don't know how much Navy can score. It'll be a
There it
low-scoring
is.
Game.
Oh no,
Yeah, so
He's
I've
got the
seen it
video of
before.
Belichick slamming the
the
thing
tablet.
down.
Yep, it was
Yep.
quick. It was quick.
Oh, yeah. Arkansas, 6.5-point favorites at home against State. Mississippi State's really bad right now. Really bad.
That's funny.
They're bad, but Arkansas just played Alabama. They played their asses off, and
Yeah, and
You said they
Arkansas
can't-
plays every game close. They don't
I
beat anybody by more than 7, it seems. I'm tempted to lock up Arkansas minus 6.5. I'm going to leave that one alone. You think that's going to be a close one, Damian?
I would suspect it would be. Like I said, that's just a game where Arkansas left it all on the field against Alabama. They played very, very well, and their defense actually, Milroe completed two really long passes for touchdowns in that game, which was basically the Alabama offense for the game. And
This is a better one. The other one he just tossed it. David just sent me. This was even better. Thank you. That was funny, David.
so, yeah.
There.
Okay, watching the Belichick slamming here. Yeah, screw it.
That was better than the other one. He apparently did it a couple times.
He's done it multiple
I was gonna say
times.
apparently he did it a couple times.
It's nothing for me. I don't.
But that was pretty
Not that
funny
big a
though.
deal.
These guys. I liked it when. Also, Steve Spurrier used to throw his visor. We used to call him Darth Visor. Clemson fans did. That was
Write
old
down any
Steve
pictures.
Spurrier. Steve Spurrier also used to rag on Tennessee by saying you can't spell citrus without UT. The Citrus Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't spell citrus.
In a shot because in the Citrus Bowl you weren't playing for anything.
Yeah. Yep. Old Spurrier. All right, one game I'm going to lock up. I'm going to go to Atlanta and Bobby Dodd Stadium. I'm going to lock up the under 58 on Boston College and Georgia Tech. Write that one down for me.
58? Wow.
Under 58.
That's a big number.
Big number. That's too many points. I know Georgia Tech has no defense and they can put up points, but those are two teams that, the offenses leave much to be desired outside of maybe Georgia Tech playing a little bit better with Haynes King the last few weeks, but I'm gonna ride the under on that in Atlanta, Bobby Dodd Stadium. And then we're gonna go back up north to Cincinnati, Ohio, with Cincinnati and Baylor. Cincinnati's awful.
And he's gonna play the under in this.
I'm gonna play the under. He knows it. 49.5.
I kind of saw that total and I was like, well, that's a high total.
49.5.
That does seem to be a high total for that game.
For Emory Jones.
Not like Baylor's not an offensive juggernaut either, and Cincinnati actually plays good defense. I actually agree with him on that one.
Yeah, here's Baylor's last scores. Baylor's games have they scored 14. They did play
Under
a high-scoring game
49.5.
with UCF, but that's UCF. 38-6 against Texas. They scored 6 against Texas, and they scored 30 points. Baylor, okay, scored 30 points, Damian, against LIU. Who the hell is LIU?
Long Island University.
30-7 against LIU. They probably were 50-point favorites. Yeah, Long Island University doesn't exist. They're like a Division I AAA team if that exists. It don't exist. I'm just unbelievable. So I'm going to go with the under on Cincinnati Baylor, of course.
I am joining him on that one.
Oh, we got a double lock?
What do we got?
We both took the under in that game.
Oh, it's
Hardwood.
already. All right.
We got to double luck it up.
That
Double
was-
lock. I
that-
like it.
That was one I was looking at immediately when I saw it.
I like it. Double luck. That's like on the old. That reminds me of the Tecmo Bowl music when they play the Tecmo Bowl music in the first down. I like that. Yeah. Tecmo Bowl is one of the best games ever invented, David. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Do what now?
Tecmo Bowl, the video game for Nintendo. Tecmo Bowl. You couldn't pick Bo Jackson because everybody thought you were cheating because Bo Jackson was so good.
Yes. Apparently now, like Madden is supposed to be like TV like you can't even tell the difference between.
It's been like that for years.
Yeah, but I don't play video games. But
Right.
I always, because if I start it, I won't stop. That's all I'll be doing in my basement.
What's wrong with that?
Well, I guess nothing's really wrong with that.
Oh.
I don't play it,
Oh, okay.
but I would love to.
Okay.
Yeah, which unit should I? The PS5?
Yeah, don't mess with that Microsoft crap.
No.
Yeah.
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 So if I buy a machine, it should
Yes.
be a PS5.
So,
Do you play any video games?
I used to. I mean, yes, I haven't as much the last 12 to 18 months.
And do you play Madden?
Yeah, I used to every year. I'd buy it every year
Okay.
when it came
What
out.
one do you have?
I didn't buy it last year,
Okay.
so I've gotten every
Maybe
one
sometime you
up
can take
until-
time to teach me how to play.
Okay.
It sound good?
Okay. College football's coming back out in July.
Probably have to do the NFL with me
So last night,
because I don't really know any of the college.
they don't have the players on them anymore. They didn't used to
Okay.
because you couldn't put them on there because of NIL.
Okay.
Now you can though.
Yeah.
So they're going to have
Yeah.
the players.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, go back to what
Yeah.
you're doing. We need picks.
We need a lot of things, but we'll do the picks. Let's do. Let's
Bombastic
go to
side
Birmingham,
eye,
Alabama.
criminal
Fighting Trent
offensive
Dilfer.
side eye. Do
I like it. UAB in Memphis, a little 11 a.m. Saturday tilt. I can't believe in Trent Dilfer right now. Memphis is too good. I'm gonna lay the 6.5 up. Memphis going on the road the first
Do not
half.
like it.
Lock it up.
What do you got?
Memphis minus 6.5. Sorry, Trent Dilfer. I can't roll with you. I'm gonna go with the Tigers. The Blue Tigers. Mighty Oral Bears.
Fighting Earl Barons. You need to reach out to Earl.
Oh, yeah, the NBA starts next week.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get at least maybe by on the phone. Yeah. Sounds good.
We got some MAC games that I don't really like any of the MAC games. Akron, Bowling Green. Is Tennessee, Alabama.
Bill, y'all. How's the tennis world? Bill?
Tennessee, Alabama. You guys.
Ow!
Tennessee
Watch your tablet.
and Alabama.
Kitty.
8.5.
Kitty.
What does that mean?
Tennessee
With the line.
plus 8.5.
What are you doing with it?
I'm not going to do anything with that. Plus 8.5. I don't know how to feel about it.
I'm going to take the under of the 48.5 in that game.
Really? Yeah, I could see that. I mean, Alabama's defense being fired up for that game, being in every single play,
Last year the game was 52-49.
and Bryce Young ain't walking through that door.
I think you're going to get neither is Hendon Hooker.
Neither is Hendon
I
Hooker.
think you're going to get the complete opposite.
But get
I
away
think you're going to see that game
I wouldn't be surprised if
13.
Alabama really has. And this is Alabama's offense, David. You ready? Okay. Get the ball, throw it, get the ball. Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. Throw it 50 yards. That's their offense. That's all they got. They're not throwing it in between 10 to 30 yards. It's throw it 50 yards or run the ball. So I can see how Damian would think that it's going to go on. Jalen
Should I get it
Milroe is no all-star. You're not going to find Jalen Milroe on any NFL rosters, David. So I can see how you think it go under.
Got anything else, Damien, in college?
I'll kind of been scrolling here. I would take
Mama
the over
lies,
in the
you not
Mizzou,
touching my
South
charger.
Carolina.
I like that one
60
too.
and a half.
South Carolina has no
What is it?
defense.
60 and a half. Neither does Mizzou.
Yeah, Mizzou leaves a little bit desired on the defensive side of the ball, too. I like the over in that
You're
one.
gonna see
Yeah, lock it up. Lock it up. I like that. We got a double lock. That's a Tecmo Bowl. First down.
I'm glad John brought the energy tonight because Amy and I are complaining.
The double locks are always good,
I'm
Dave.
still depressed over
Nothing better than a double.
the
Oh, yeah, we missed a bunch by
I
one
lost
last
the long Kentucky game last week.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't good.
We got to talk about this one. Let's go to Iowa. Minnesota coming south
I
to play Iowa.
was close to guessing that line. I said
31.
32.
Ben, take a
I
seat.
said 32.
So, what you did earlier, right?
31.
What do you like?
Mistake.
You
Colossal.
like,
Yeah,
you
rookie
like,
move.
Kinda
the
blew it.
under?
Not signing up for Hilton Honors Points?
Do you got
I'm
enough
turning all these
stones
trips to Grand Rapids into a vacation in the Waldorf Astoria in the
31.
Maldives.
31. 31. Check the chat.
I can't.
Check the chat line.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Nothing on there?
No. But I can't do it. David, I just told you nothing else.
Nothing else.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So I don't have the
I just
stones.
told.
I don't have the stones. I know it's Iowa, but
Not touching it.
yeah, I can't do it. Iowa's favored by 3.5.
John's last game of like a seriously like a 14 last week was Iowa under, and
Yeah.
it was like 7 to 3.
Yeah, I had under 8.5. Whatever the Wisconsin line
But it
was.
finished off $1,000 ticket.
Yeah, finished off 1,000. I did do 25 to win 1,000 Saturday. That was a
The
good
last leg was the under the Iowa game.
Yeah, last leg was the under in the Iowa game. Never had to sweat. Never had to sweat any of them, Dave. It was beautiful. It adds years.
You had one game where it was 1 point under. One
Iowa State Cincy,
Yeah.
but Cincy couldn't get a first down. And Iowa State was not going to try to score. So there's like 9 minutes left, and it's like Iowa State's not trying to score. They're just trying to punt the ball, and Cincy can't get a first down. So I'm like, I'm safe. So yeah, we were good on that one. 25 to win 1,000.
That was a good hit.
Yeah, we brought that one home on an Iowa under. Yeah, we didn't have to sweat the Iowa under either. But this is 31, and Iowa's at home, and they're playing a Minnesota team that doesn't have any defense, but they're just going to slow the game down, and I'm not going to touch it, like Damian said. I don't want anything to do with it. You know what I'm blocking up? I'm blocking up the Fighting Illini plus 2.5, baby. Let's go. Illinois plus 2.5. I like the Illini against Wisconsin. They're a little team that's got this running game figured out more. Maryland found out Saturday that he's got the running game figured out. To Maryland and winning it. That was impressive. 14-point dogs, Illinois. Juice money line. Lock me up, Illinois plus 2.5. You like anything there, Dave? Staying away from the woeful Fighting Illini.
Stay away. Just trying to stay away from
Yeah. That's going to be a slow game. What's the total on Illinois, Wisconsin? Let's see here. What do you think it is off the top of your head?
45.
You're close. 41.5.
Who's Duke play this week?
Oh, that's a big game. Duke, Florida State. We need
The line is
to
14.5.
know.
I hate to root for him, but we have to.
We need to know.
I'm taking Duke in the 14.5.
We're feeling pretty good about
Are
it.
you locking
Yeah.
it up?
Duke
Duke?
in the 14.5.
All right, Damien's locking up Duke plus 14.
That's too big of a line against that senior dominated bus.
Yeah,
We need Florida State just to win.
yeah. You see, Florida State. Duke doesn't have Riley Leonard either. We're in very good shape for Duke to lose that game.
Was Louisville play?
Or
Or is it their bye week?
We need Louisville to lose one game. We don't play them. It's a bye week. You're right. It's Louisville's bye. Next week, Duke goes to Louisville.
And we need
Well, one of them's going to lose. It's not going to matter.
I think we need Louisville. Yes, I think we need Louisville to win that game. Because they will be without Riley Leonard. Louisville's at home. That's a great shot for Duke to lose.
we still need Louisville to lose
We
one
need them to lose one more after that.
Hughes. That was
I
my
tried this one last week against Riley. That was a great spot for Pitt.
You did say
Come
that.
off, Louisville just come off their Super Bowl. Pitt had a bye week coming in. Louisville actually dominated the first game, first half, committed a horrible turnover. which
Who's
completely
ready
turned the
to
game
hatch
around, and
some
Pitt won
cool
going away.
pets?
Yep, 38
Click
21.
here to make your
Panthers win it going away. Here's a game to circle there. If Louisville wins against Duke, the game to circle is when they go to Miami on November the 18th.
This says, David Sanders says this has become unwatchable. I'm not getting any problems. Are you, Russell? Yeah, David, I'm not seeing any problems. Yeah, it's coming through on my YouTube stream pretty clear.
But, we need Duke to lose 3 games. So it starts Saturday with Florida State. Let's see here. Where were we at on the? What was the last pick you gave?
I took Duke in the points.
Duke in the points, and I don't have the stones to take an Iowa.
Well, I
under.
understand. Riley
Illinois
Leonard may be coming back very soon.
Yeah, Illinois plus the points. I like it.
I didn't even see that Leonard was going to be out this week. The line's dropping, so I'm thinking that he potentially could play.
Said it froze for a little while. Was becoming unwatchable. I didn't see any problems with it though. No, he says it's good now.
Oh, okay, good to go now. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Virginia's getting a lot of points against North Carolina. Did you see that?
Virginia's just bad.
I know they are, but they're getting 23.5 points. I don't know. Yeah, I know they're bad.
I'm not touching it.
I'm not touching that one either. You know what I do like, though? I don't care how pissed off Texas is. I like the 23.5. I think Houston's going to score 3 touchdowns. I like Houston to score 3 touchdowns in that game. Lock that up, David.
What is it?
Houston plus 23.5. That's the Houston Rockets,
I got it.
not the Houston Rockets.
I know. I know.
It's the Houston
Well,
Cougars.
You don't think I know that?
The Cougars.
All right.
And
You got anything else before we move to the NFL? Getting
I
ready to.
can't believe he hasn't talked about one game yet.
give me the little brothers. Give me the little brothers of Michigan. I like Sparty getting all those points
How much is it?
in a rivalry game. 24. Give me Michigan State plus 24. And let's see here.
How have you not talked about
I'm getting there, Damien. Oh, give me the last. I got 2 more games left. So, give me Central Michigan minus 4.5. They're going on the road, so they won't have Waldo's liquor pitchers. Central Michigan's one of the only campuses where you can get all you can drink vodka, David. Yeah,
That's a
at
lot-
Waldo's liquor pitchers. Look it up.
That's a lot of vodka.
Yeah, Central Michigan has Waldo's liquor pitchers. Yeah. So if you're going to that game, stop and get you some liquor pitchers. But, and we're going to close it out with my boys on the road, going to South Beach, taking their talents to South Beach. Give me Clemson minus 3, David. Lock it up. Give me the Tigers minus 3.
Well,
Dabo going down to South Beach for another South Beach smackdown. I
like I
like it.
said, after watching Miami just completely hold the tent against Georgia Tech on stupid coaching, they got run over by North Carolina last. North
Yep, I
Carolina.
like the Tar Heels last week.
Yeah, that was one I also was on last week. I think I went 4-2 on my 6 college picks last week, if I remember right. But yeah, it was I Clemson should win this game. Period. They're the better team, and I really think that Miami's heart got torn out by the coaching staff in that Georgia Tech
I don't think
game.
Miami's going to score that many points either. I give them 17 max.
It's in Miami.
Give me
Yeah, they're
Yep.
on the road.
put a little note there. Miami max 17 points
Okay.
at home. We're taking that defense in with Peter Woods and T.J. Parker and Xavier Thomas. Jeremiah Trotter coming in at linebacker. We're going to dominate with Barrett Carter at linebacker too.
All right.
Dominate.
You guys want to take 2
Give your
minutes? or go
cat the
right into
finger
NFL?
and see how
sounds
they
good. Let's take a
react.
little 2-minute break,
2 minutes.
and we'll get into this NFL.
Right.
All right.
I've got a golden ticket.
That's a winner!
Are we live?
All right, guys, and we're back here at
we are
DraftKings
back,
at
not
Casino
watching.
Queen.
We are
We
not,
are 10 minutes away from the NFL.
but we are not watching cat and dog videos on YouTube anymore.
There's no cat and dog
Russell,
videos.
Russell got a little bored.
yeah.
Russell got a little bored and started watching.
maybe a little.
He started watching some cat. I'm glad that's all you were watching, Russell. So if all of you guys heard was the little cat videos, Russell was getting bored with our live stream. Wow. All
Well,
right, so
we got a battle in Huntington, West Virginia. The Marshall Thundering Horde. We are Marshall. JMU and Marshall 3-0. This is a slugfest. I bet the over-under is probably 28.5.
what do I have again?
Marshall's been pinned inside their 10 on like 5 straight drives.
What do I do with my ticket?
Oh, they stopped them,
The,
huh?
the punter for JMU has been phenomenal in this game.
Oh, they pinned them in
And,
the...
Here.
and there was one where they intercepted the ball at the 1.
Really?
I think you could throw away the 1 ticket because there ain't no way this game goes to half over.
What do I got there, Johnny?
We got the under. I did you good.
Wonder what?
54.5.
Oh, Rice is still up 14-0.
We got the over on Rice.
What is that?
Rice plus 13.5. We got over
And Rice is up
45.5.
14-0?
Yeah, but it's late in the first half.
45.5 though. Rice 14-0.
Hmm.
You know, we'll get there. Rice ain't got no defense. I ain't worried about that one. Rice is more of a starch than a college football team.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got Rice in the over 45, and then on the no fun league, we got 3 bets on that one. We need Jaguars points, and New Orleans score over 12.5, and Jacksonville score over 12.5. So yeah, we're looking good.
Russell-
$10 to win
Russell,
746.
Are you still
though.
watching? No, I'm not. It's still up.
There's up. Yeah, we're seeing.
I'm seeing it right
dogs.
now.
Yeah, it's on the.
Hey, we need more dogs. We don't need no cats. Meow.
Yeah,
Russell,
now
what
it's
is
off.
going on over there?
We don't need no cats. We need more dogs.
least he's not
What
watching.
are, what are
least-
you
At
doing?
least he's not watching porn.
Well, it would have been pretty funny. It might have been our last week here if it was.
$10 to win 750.
We need to go over 45.
Yeah. Well, I'm not worried about
What do you got in the Jacksonville game?
that. It hadn't started yet.
What do you got though?
We
We
got
already told you 3
Jacksonville over
times.
17 and a half, over 12 and a half both teams. Jacksonville over 8.5 first half.
Okay,
What do you think about Jacksonville over 8.5 first half?
I like that.
Do you think that's an easy one to hit?
Well, I don't know if it's easy, but I like
I
it.
think it's pretty dang easy.
Well, we'll
I like
see.
it. I like it. So, yeah. So Rice is almost at the half. You said
They were late in the first half last time I looked.
Rice Owls. Let's see if the Fighting Starches are at halftime yet. Wow, the Astros 3-0. Wow, top of the first, Houston gets 3. Let me see. Was that a 3-run dinger?
No, it was a 2-run triple and then a sac fly.
Wow.
Hey.
I said I like the over, David. Over 9.5.
Arizona
3-0 in the
Arizona
first.
scored the bottom of the ninth to beat Philly 2-1.
Oh, they did. Arizona scoring 2 late runs. The D-backs are back in it.
Well, they're down. They're down
2-1.
2-1.
In Arizona, game 3. The back. Who got the game-winning single in that one? Marte.
Ketel Marte.
Ketel Marte getting the game winner in that one.
All right, let's get to our NFL picks.
Pitchers do.
All right, Damien.
All right.
What do you like?
Baltimore lay the 3.
Hold on. All right, Baltimore -3. Got it.
At home against the Detroit Lions.
I got it.
David's Detroit.
Yeah, I got it. I'm not betting that game. I'm going to be rooting for Detroit.
I like Arizona getting the 7.5.
Yeah, going on the road, huh?
They're not that bad. They're not horrible.
Going on the road.
They're not great, but they're not horrible.
I'm going to take the Steelers over 43.5.
Okay,
I'm going to take the Chargers plus the 5.5.
hold on.
The Fighting
I'm
Justin
going to go
Herberts.
right back at it in the over in that game at 48.
And I'm taking the Packers and laying the 1.5 on the road.
I like that one too. I'm not betting it, but -1.5.
Yep.
Mhm.
Is that all of them?
That's the 5 I'm giving. I give 5. That's
All
my
right.
5.
I'm taking Atlanta plus the
You didn't
2.5.
like the Commanders -3 against
No,
the Giants?
I'm taking that.
I,
That's
You
me.
are?
Yep. Yeah.
You think the Giants can slip up and win one?
Yeah, I think this is the one winnable game they have in this little stretch. When I was talking about how brutal their record, if you remember before the year started, I said they'd lose to Dallas. I said they would go into Arizona and win. And then I looked at like their next 7 games, and I thought they had 2 games they could possibly win. This was one of the 2, a home game against the Washington.
Ooh, give
This
me
was-
an NFL pick,
This
David.
was one of the 2. That's it. I don't have.
Yeah, you
anything
nailed
for
the
anything
head
else.
on the Giants. You put the nail on the head on them in August.
Oh, I gave that out in May. the day the NFL schedule came out, they put the season totals out. The first thing I did was bet that season total. Then I came on the show and I gave you that season total. A week later, that total had dropped the full game, and I will tell you, I bet them under 7.5 again. So I loaded up on the Giants under as much as I could.
Well,
So I
you
have-
should cash
I
that
have-
one early.
I don't need to cash that one early. That one's going to win.
Yep.
I have that money in the bank coming.
It's
you
a
know, 10
post-dated
weeks.
check.
Yeah, it's exactly what that is.
How much is that one worth?
I'll get about $1,800
Oh,
Woo!
wow.
Let's go.
when
Yeah.
that ends.
That's a post-dated
Assume-
check.
Assuming the Giants don't win the 7.5.
There's
Yeah.
no way.
So I don't know. 'Cause-
Assuming they don't go 8-9.
So hey,
Yeah.
DraftKings just holding $1,800 for you.
Yeah, they wrote you a
Yes.
post-dated check.
Yes, they are.
You'll be able to cash that one
Yeah.
soon.
All right. Well, I'm gonna just give mine. I got Atlanta.
Give me an NFL pick.
Okay.
I found one.
Go ahead. Mine aren't important.
I don't know if I'm giving one.
Okay.
Is Deshaun Watson supposed to come back?
He's practicing. Don't know. I'm beginning to wonder if he's the Tin Man and questioning his heart.
Well,
He's
I never had
already
that-
the scarecrow. We already know he has no brain. So
I
you-
never had to question his heart when he threw it to Hunter Renfro in the corner of the
Is
end
this
zone.
is
Yeah.
the longest pick ever. What are we doing?
Uh,
Well, tell that's the 30 women he assaulted down in Houston.
supposedly.
He did. 30 women ain't coming. 30 different women ain't coming up with
All right,
the
come
same
on.
story.
The district attorney in the city of Houston may have a different scenario.
Although
But give me
they all
Cleveland
say he
minus
did it.
3.
God, you're really too much of a Clemson homer when you don't see the fact. That's like saying OJ didn't commit the murder.
No, I just
You're
said
way
I
too
just
much
said
of a
the,
homer if you even question that fact.
I just
The
said the
NFL
district attorney.
suspended him for a
district
year and
attorney
a half.
didn't think
They know he's guilty as hell.
so. No, I didn't say he was or wouldn't. I just said the district attorney didn't think he was.
No, he couldn't. He didn't think he could prove it. That was the problem.
Yeah.
He's guilty as hell. We all know it.
All right. Well, minor Atlanta plus 2.5, Washington minus 2.5 to 3, Chargers over 48, and Miami plus 2.5 to 3. That's what I'm
I was
thinking.
actually leaning on Philly as one. If I was given a sixth pick, it was going to be Philly.
You want to put it down?
Yeah, you know what? I'll take the sixth pick and I'll take Philly and lay the 2.5.
Okay. Minus 2.5.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's going to be a good game Sunday night.
Yeah,
I think that's going to be a great game Sunday night.
We've got a couple of really good games.
Yeah, I actually probably my favorite. I got to go with the over in the Kansas City Chargers game 40. I'm giving it one more chance.
I think Trevor Lawrence just ran for 15 yards.
Oh wow, really? The game started?
Yeah.
Wow, it kicked off out of nowhere on me.
Yeah, he did. Trevor Lawrence just ran right up the middle.
What do you think his over rushing yards for the game was?
He's over.
Already?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I guarantee his numbers usually like 7 or 8 as it is.
We got some hockey game on the corner here. I can't
It's
see
probably
it.
the Blues game.
Heck.
Yeah, who cares about them?
All right. You guys got anything else so we can close it out? We can
well,
close it out. You got anything else? We got about
Let's see. I
5,
can
10
give
minutes.
an update on what's going on Marshall. Still 3-0. I can't believe that game's 3-0 at half. That is amazing.
Who do we got? Who do we got on
By the way, Jacksonville.
Jacksonville?
We
just
have
got
Christian
points. We
Kirk.
need points.
No,
Let's
Kirk.
stay long.
First
We
touchdown.
have Christian Kirk for the first touch. Jacksonville's down at the 20-yard line of New Orleans. So
Yeah.
let's stay on at least long enough to see that.
Yeah.
Evan Ingram caught a 21-yard pass for Jacksonville.
Wow,
And-
Trevor coming out firing. I like it.
Did you
Trevor,
use
let's
Did
go.
you use Ingram on the?
No. And then
No.
ATN caught a 15-yard. I believe I have ATN over on his receiving yards. It's one
All
of the
right.
plays
If they
today.
got half a brain,
So,
I've heard that before somewhere.
what?
They got half
Let me
a
see.
brain. I've heard that
I
line.
don't tell them what to do. The most famous 5 words in Clemson football recent history. Give the ball to ETN.
I thought it was don't touch
I do have
the rock.
ATN over
No.
19.5
Something like
receiving
that.
Give the
yards.
ball
Oh.
to ETN. If they got half a brain, they'll give it to ETN right here.
Lawrence's carry was 9 yards, by the way. So I do have Lawrence for over 19.5 receiving. He had ATN over 19.5. He caught a 15-yard pass.
Ooh, you're in
so
good shape,
I
Damian.
just need one more reception from ATN in this game.
Good shape there.
But you didn't use ETN on our fantasy.
No.
Was
Who-
he rather
what number's
expensive
Kirk?
in the fantasy
What number is
world?
Kirk?
I don't remember if he's 14 or 17.
Because Kirk just caught a pass, I think.
It was Evan Ingram that just caught it.
Oh, okay, that's 17.
So
Was ETN expensive in the fantasy world, you guys?
on that, he
Whoopsie.
probably was a little. Yeah, he probably was a little high.
What's going on? I can't see it.
It's third
Block.
down. It's third down for 3rd and 7 for Jacksonville.
I can't see
here.
that far. 3rd and what?
3rd and 7
On the
on
25.
the 23,
No,
and it looks
Incomplete.
like incomplete.
So they're going to kick the field goal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll get a
All
field goal
right.
to start. All right, well there goes our.
There goes our what?
We'll just. I guess our show's going to end the show now, aren't you?
There goes our what?
Yeah,
the
the ticket's
show-
still live because of a
The
field
show's
goal.
still
But,
live, but the show's over. I
Yeah.
guess. So we said we
well,
were gonna
that's
do
all
that.
I got for October the 19th on this Thursday.
Oh no,
We
Kirk.
can-
By the way, Kirk did catch the pass. It looks like so. Jacksonville's.
Are they going for it?
They're at 1st and 10 at the 16.
Oh, really?
he
Oh,
caught
here
it?
we
He
go.
caught. He did.
I didn't
Y'all
catch
said
catch
it was
that.
incomplete.
No,
Yeah, I couldn't.
well,
That's what it looked like.
Oh,
Dave's eyes are failing
y'all's
him.
blindness
from
is
this distance.
killing me. I can't see.
ATN just ran the ball down to the 4.
What did I tell him, David? Give the ball
No, it
to
wasn't.
ETN.
I'm sorry, it was not ATN. It was a.
Well, we need a passing touchdown to
Yeah.
Kirk.
That's ETN.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't. I can't.
No.
But they're going to give it to ETN.
We got some hacky game in the corner
I
here.
think it was.
Can we do a
I think
play
it was
action to
James
Kurt?
Hasty, actually.
We need a play action to Kurt. Can we
Well,
get
they'll be
that?
down. They'll be down at the 4. I doubt that they throw this.
No, they're just
They're
going to give
going
it
to
to
They're going
ETN.
to do one thing: give the ball to ETN.
That's what they're going to do.
They did hand it off, and he did get in.
Yes, ETN is in.
So.
Yep.
Yep, it was ATN did score. So Jacksonville's out to a 6-0 lead. I have a Jacksonville money line over parlay in this game, so that's what we're cheering for.
Let's go.
That's what
So-
we are cheering for.
All right, well,
All right, guys. Well, that's all I got for October 19th. Week 8 in the college football world, week 7 in the NFL. Let's get some tickets this weekend, guys.
Yeah, let's not try to lose by half a point for big tickets.
Yep.
yeah,
Let's
amen.
not be one off Johnny this weekend.
All right. See you next week.
All right,
Bye.
guys. See you guys next week.
I'll let you.